Hello and welcome to another update video about Cardano. Today we are going to take a look at the latest price moves of the Cardano chart. We look at what we said in the previous video and look at how that turned out. Then we take a look at Bitcoin and where we do that first because we always consider the Bitcoin chart as well because it has such a big impact on the Cardano chart and Cardano price moves and generally of the price moves of the whole crypto market. But first, let's take a look at some of the news because we have quite some big news in the crypto world. I mean, first of all, we have the Cardano 360 on Thursday this week. Normally, they share some big news. Then we've had a few hours ago, people could start to buy ADA in Japan. Many people expected a huge jump. We haven't seen that yet, and it's oftentimes if so many people expect it. It doesn't happen, and the reason is, I don't think that, just like in the first hour that people can start to trade or buy ADA, that everybody will just get it. It certainly will have a positive impact, but maybe not, in the first hours. So just need to be a bit patient, as we always have to be. And what else? Well, about the 12th of September, I won't talk about that in detail. So let's jump to Bitcoin, take a look at what the Bitcoin price is doing. We've seen yesterday that because of this red candle here, when Bitcoin broke out of this ascending wedge, which is a bearish pattern, Cardano suffered as well. But since then, we could see here on the 4-hour chart, Bitcoin gained some good support here at the 50-day moving average. And since then is moving up slowly. But that is a good sign that we had some support here at the 50-day moving average, which also turns out to be like the 200-day moving average on the 1-hour chart. Can we make anything else out? No, the only thing I want to say is that Bitcoin indeed is losing momentum, and I've been saying that now for a while. We can see that on the 4-hour chart as well. So on the 4-hour we can see that here the RSI, which is our momentum indicator, we really haven't made any new highs on the RSI for a while, and even at the moment on the RSI we don't seem to be able to break that downtrend. So let's see what happens if we can get through this line here. That would certainly show that we can break the momentarily downtrend. And yeah, we just need to see what's going to happen. It's a bit hard to say. Bitcoin doesn't look that great. However, what we need to say, Michael Saylor and MicroStrategy, they bought another $177 million worth of Bitcoin. So that's good news. Some more good news is that we don't seem to have consolidated to the bottom of this ascending wedge here. So we make a higher low, which is good to see. But I'd like to see us now finally getting through into this channel again, or into this ascending wedge, and hopefully actually go to the upside where we then can see 52,000. But yeah, it's not, the chart. Let's take a look at the daily maybe. Quick look on the daily. On the daily, I mean, on the daily we're down here, so we need to see how that closes. On the daily we are pretty accurate with that channel or ascending wedge, so let's just see how the next few days turn out. What we can see here on the daily, the RSI is sort of in a triangle formation, and these are quite interesting. So we make higher lows, but we also make lower highs. I mean, for me, these are sort of contradicting indicators here, because we can see that we make higher lows, but lower highs. And it probably at some point, similar to the price action, if we get to the apex, so will be interesting to see what is going to happen. But yeah, I think at the moment, it looks like we are continuing to trade in this ascending wedge, which again is a bearish pattern. So just need to see the volume is consolidated. Well, the volume is going down a little bit as well. But let's take a look at Cardano. That's what we're all here for. Cardano is pretty much doing what we've been saying. So that is quite interesting. Again, very good sign. So yesterday in the video quick summary, we identified, this is the 1-hour chart. Yesterday in the video, that last update video I did, was that we went up to here. We were just about to go through this resistance level here at 285, and I said that we were seeing these candles go down in volume, so the volumes were declining. That was actually when this red candle was only a little small green candle, and I did say that we could clearly see that it is losing momentum. We could see that on the RSI, which was sort of, you can see that round shape here. So it was losing momentum. For me, that showed with that small green candle, it showed that we will probably drop off or bounce off this resistance level. And we did. That small green candle actually on the hourly chart turned to be a big red candle. Since then, we've seen another green, another red candle, and we're now sort of in this range. And it is very interesting. So what I said is probably if we bounce off, it might be that we will trade within this ascending triangle for a bit. What is this triangle? Well, this triangle is on the lower support line, the lower support of this channel in which we have been trading for a moment, or actually this broadening wedge. Broadening wedge is slightly bearish, but it's a bit hard to say because it's sort of close enough to being parallel, which would then be bullish. So a bit hard to say. I think it's more a channel. For me, it's an uptrend. But what we can see is more importantly is that we have this lower support level going up. Then we've got this resistance level we couldn't get through, which is also very close at the moment to this 50-day moving average on the hourly chart. So what are we doing now? We are consolidating a little bit. For me, it looks like a bit that we are preparing for the next move to the upside. Why? Well, it's just price history of Cardano. If we know what happened the last few times, and also what we can see is not only that we see this play out as a ascending triangle potentially. For me at the moment, this is more like a symmetrical triangle. So a symmetrical triangle after such a move to the upside looks to me like a bullish pennant. And to be honest, it's a bit hard to say because what did we have here? We had one, you could even say it's a bearish pattern, because what we see is that we had possibly the flagpole here, and now we're consolidating in a triangle with a bearish flagpole, yeah, which went to the downside. But for me, because we had that quick recovery and because we actually went back a little bit, we went up a little bit too far, that bearish pattern was invalidated. So what we actually have is a bullish flagpole here, and now we have this triangle forming. And what we can see is not only an ascending triangle. So with an ascending triangle, we would have this lower support line going to the upside and a horizontal line here at the top, which is definitely a bullish pattern. But also what we have is actually this going down. You can clearly see that possibly hitting the lower support line. And we are overall in an uptrend. So a symmetrical triangle in an uptrend is normally, never guaranteed, but it's normally a it's a bullish pattern. And what we can see if we extend that, very interestingly, we can see how that plays out here, that this actually is one huge resistance line now coming down. You can clearly see that, and this is forming a triangle clearly. So for me, in the next few hours, guys, before the update video that you will have later today, there will be a huge, well, not huge necessarily, but there will be a jump either way. We can also see that volume is declining. For me, the hope is, because we are in an uptrend, that this will be a bullish formation. Why do I say that? Well, as I said, it's never guaranteed. What I want to do here is prepare you for what could be coming. And it's not about being right or wrong, but I tell you what I can see. And what we can see before, what we could see before, bear in mind, this might actually be a bull flag. With a bull, no, it's not a bull flag, sorry. It's that. Whoops, I can only show you what we had before, guys. So let me show you in a second. You know, you remember that formation here that we still have on the chart? Very similar, isn't it? Symmetrical triangle, pretty much at the same height here. And what we can see here is we had a massive move to the upside. And we had that a few times now, guys. We had that a few times. We also had it down here. Very similar. Very similar triangle formation. And then we had the break to the upside. 1, 2 touches, and we broke to the upside. We had that a few times. So I could go back a bit further. Just would need to find it now. We had it here as well. Symmetrical triangle. I think I just moved that support line down there, so just correct that. But we had it here as well. So if I draw that triangle again from here to there, And sometimes they are more symmetrical, sometimes a bit less, but for me that's close enough now. Just want to show you that these symmetrical triangles really work out. And I mean, some people don't sort of believe in technical analysis, but these are patterns many people look at, and it's sort of also like a self-fulfilling prophecy. So there you go, bullish move, because we were in, or we are here in an uptrend. If we were in a downtrend, you know, these are trend continuation patterns, these symmetrical triangles. So in a downtrend, you would see it the other way around. And not sure if I can find one here quickly, which was back then when we were in a clear downtrend. And it's just a bit difficult sometimes to spot them. I haven't really looked before this video. There you, yeah, I don't know, I can't spot one now quickly here. But you have these time and time again. Also on the Bitcoin chart, you have these. And but for me, that looks like in the next few hours, there will be something happening. And, you know, it's never guaranteed which way it goes. But for me, because we had it a few times before, and it's considered a trend continuation pattern, and we are in this ascending channel, for me, that should really be a move to the upside. And maybe that will help us to break through the 285. And you can really clearly see how the price is consolidating at the moment. Smaller candles, really bouncing off this top support level. And two interesting, bouncing off this top resistance level. So really two interesting, very interesting factors. The RSI is obviously going down a little here, but this is only on the hourly chart. Just looking at the awesome oscillator, still, however, it's getting green now. A bit unsure what's going to happen here. You know, we had the red one, the red bar, the green bar, the red bar, the green bar. Let's take a look what we can see, what we can make out on the 4-hour chart, which is a bit more meaningful. Here you can see very clearly. So in the next 4 hours, really, or maybe, you know, a breakout might be imminent. Honestly, a breakout might be imminent. On the 4-hour chart, you can clearly see, I believe that new candle started here at 5 o'clock UK time, so just half an hour ago. So I'm not sure if anything will happen in this candle formation. Probably something needs to happen, or the next one. So in the next 4 hours, I think there should be a breakout. Either way, I currently think it's more likely to the upside, just because we're in an uptrend, right? And we had a little bit of a consolidation now, and this channel has been pushing us up for a few days now. So let's just hope for the best for Cardano holders. But you can very clearly see that. Problem is, it's a bit hard to say what's going to happen, because, you know, we have this consolidation here, which was pretty fast, then a recovery, and now we've got this triangle formation. So this all looks like a huge triangle formation now. On the 4-hour chart, however, it looks more like a bearish pennant, because with a bearish pennant, you have this long red flagpole and then a triangle formation, and the bearish pennant is bearish. So it's hard to say what's going to happen. For me personally, because we're in a continuous uptrend, for me it's rather a move to the upside if I had to make a guess. But you guys can spot that going forward today. If we are breaking above, and we have to stay there, obviously, if we break above like the 280, and depending on when we get a bit later, it will be 275. So if we're breaking about like the 280 level and we stay there, that's a bullish move. And we'll probably stay there if we can retest that support level. But if we break below the 270 this morning, that will be bearish, and we can expect a further drop. Maybe again down to like 255, yeah. But let's just hope for the best for Cardano. I think it's more likely to go up, just because we are in an ascending channel, and because we've got, you know, everything coming like smart contracts and so on. But I could be wrong, so be prepared. I certainly will think about if we drop to the downside, I might add a few more ADA to my portfolio. So for me, it's good either way. Just want to prepare you what's going on and really make sense here of what is happening, so you can understand the charts better. You can understand why ADA is currently consolidating a little bit here, and why the price isn't moving a lot at the moment. So even Japan opened up. We can see that the price is squeezed into here. So maybe Japan just waits for that breakout on the 4-hour chart here, on the 1-hour chart, and then we are going to see what's going to happen. I will of course update you later today in the video later today, and hopefully you appreciated that update. Hope you liked it. If you did, please smash the like button. And if you want to follow me on this crypto journey, please subscribe. Thanks a lot for watching and see you in the next video. Bye.